Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be comparing Yorn and Hayate and we'll be analyzing all of their abilities, their potential, and we'll be coming to a conclusion on who is the better marksman in the game. Don't get me wrong, both of the marksmen are really good right now, but yeah, I made a polling section and you guys voted Yorn and Hayate as the top two. So let's see who is actually the best one among the two. The stats that we are going to check today are damage, burst damage, range, mobility, durability, and carry potential and things like that. Okay, so this is going to be the point of this whole video. I did read all of your comments in the previous video, the Yorn analysis video. A lot of you guys said Hayate is the better marksman, so I decided to compare both the heroes and how they perform in the current meta and come to a conclusion on who is the better one. Okay, so that is what we are going to do today in this video. So thank you so much for your patience, guys. This took some time to make, and yeah, I hope this video is very helpful for you guys. And since the ranked season is fairly new, I think it will be helpful for you to decide which hero you should play when you are playing a marksman and which hero has the better carry potential, because we obviously know that Hayate was the best marksman in the previous season, but let us find out if it has changed or not. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. First up, we are going to look at the range of Hayate and Yorn. So for a marksman, range is very important, and the blue circle that you see around Hayate right now, that is his auto attack range. It is decent, it's not too great or anything, but yeah, it is decent. And also the first ability of Hayate is actually the one that gives him a lot of range. So this is the range of Hayate, guys, and most of his range comes from his first ability. Okay, now let us look at Yorn. So this blue circle is actually the range of Yorn, and as you can see, clearly Yorn has slightly more range than Hayate, and that is especially because he is played less passive than Hayate, because Hayate is a ninja. And then comes this enhanced auto attack, that is the main range of Yorn. Look at this, guys, Yorn easily outranges Hayate's first ability with this enhanced auto attack. So it is safe to say that Yorn has better range than Hayate. Yorn also gets a lot of points with his second ability when it comes to range, because you can literally snipe anyone across the entire map. You don't have any limits. So yeah, that gives another point for Yorn when it comes to range. Not only that, Yorn also has his ultimate, which is technically a ranged ability because he can just launch it and it will just keep going away from Yorn. So technically it's also a ranged damage, which Hayate doesn't have. So yeah, another point for Yorn when it comes to range, guys. Therefore, we can safely say that Yorn has better range than Hayate. Now let us look at the mobility of both the marksmen. Hayate has a huge advantage when it comes to mobility, especially because of his first ability, which can be used while he is moving. So as you can see here, you can use your first ability and keep moving, which is a great tool when it comes to kiting and staying safe while also dealing damage. Also, Hayate has his second ability, which is an easy dash just like Flicker, so you don't even need Flicker on him. And also don't forget, his ultimate is also another dash which you can use to go through walls. Now when it comes to Yorn, he doesn't have any ability that gives him mobility, and he has to fully depend on Flicker or Sprint if he has to survive. And also, while using your enhanced auto attack, you have to stand there and shoot, which makes you even more vulnerable. Thus, Hayate gets the point when it comes to mobility. Next up is the auto attack damage. Now before we go into this, I have to make one thing clear. I will be using the standard build that we use for Yorn and Hayate, so don't come fighting with me in the comment section saying that I was using defense items for Hayate, because that is how he is meant to be built. You will be building Hyoga's Edge or Frost Cape or at least Medallion of Troy depending upon the matchup. So that is what I am going to do, and that is the damage that we will be comparing, not a full AD Hayate. Okay, so with the standard build, this is the damage of Hayate. It is pretty decent. He deals true damage also, which is very good at melting tanks. And now let us see how Yorn does. So this is Yorn with the standard build, and you can clearly see who the winner is. It was just too quick. I didn't want Thane to die and spawn all the way at the core and walk all the way here. Yorn just does massive damage just with his auto attacks. Now we'll be looking at the overall damage of the heroes with their abilities and their auto attacks combined. So here goes Hayate. The first ability to proc the passive and then his ultimate, and yeah, Thane gets melted but he doesn't even die. I was really confused here, so I tried again, and yeah, the same result again. Even though with all that true damage, it was still not enough to kill a Thane. And then I switched Hyoga's Edge with Fenrir's Tooth just to check. No one is going to build like this anyways, but still I wanted to check if at least then he'll be able to kill Thane. And yeah, he barely did. So that is the damage of Hayate for you guys, even with a full attack build. Okay, so here goes Yorn. First ability auto attack, second ability auto attack. What? That's it. So clearly we know who the winner is here. So yeah, Yorn gets the point for overall damage output as well. Now let's get into the next part. Now we all know who gets this one. Hayate has 2 dashes with his abilities, and also since he is a marksman who has to go close to an enemy to deal damage, the game just gives him better armor and magic defense and better HP scaling than Yorn, because yeah, obviously he has to go close to the enemy to fight, right? So for that, Hayate gets better stats for HP, armor and magic defense inbuilt, and also you will be building equipments like Hyoga's Edge, Frost Cape and Medallion of Troy on Hayate, which further increases survivability, making him the hardest marksman to kill. Yorn is okay. He has his second ability to push enemies back, but yeah, he's not bad, but he doesn't even come close to Hayate when it comes to survivability, guys. Now this is from one of the matches I was playing against Yorn as Thane, and look at this, guys. Look at this abomination of a damage. What was that? Now this is why Yorn is the most powerful and the most broken marksman right now. Look at this. Just look at this. I survived here for a few more seconds only because of my passive royal power that gives Thane HP back. The meta is completely changed, guys. Hayate is no more. Yorn is always banned, or he is the first pick. I've tried to record for so long, but he always gets banned. And yes, I would still not say that Hayate is bad, but Yorn is just so much better. Especially if you're in, at least if you're in a duo queue, you can tell your friend to pick up support, some strong support that can save Yorn, and just pick Yorn and destroy all 5 enemies in the late game. This is an example of Yorn's late game damage potential. This is a match in which I was lucky to get Yorn, and just look at this. Here it was my mistake that led to my death. I could have easily used Flicker and killed both of them, but I didn't realize that, and that is why I died. So what I'm saying is, the meta has completely changed. Stop dwelling in the past thinking that Hayate is the best. Yes, Hayate might be good when it comes to like surviving or kiting the enemies and stuff, but Yorn is just toxic. He's just a cancer marksman in the game right now. Always banned. I am in the top league, like in the top 50 of the server. That is where I am right now, and in every single match he is either first picked or he is banned. That is how good he is. That is when you know a marksman is good. I mean, any hero, if it gets banned all the time. And also mages like Zata, Illumia, UV and supports like Grak and Lumber are banned. So these are the best titans in the game. These are the broken titans in the game, and that is why they are banned. No one would ban some titan for no reason, right? So yeah, Yorn is the absolute best. This is my reply to all the comments of you guys. Hayate was good in the previous meta, but Yorn is just so much better right now. If you haven't started already, start playing him. If you get lucky, and if the opponents didn't ban Yorn for you, just pick him. You will be able to win so easily. You have to focus on getting to the 5th equipment. That is when Yorn hits his power spike, and then he will be dealing devastating amounts of damage. If you know how to farm properly, you should be able to get there in like 10 minutes. And once it's 10 minutes, Yorn is going to destroy everyone, no matter who they are. Yorn doesn't even need true damage. He already deals physical damage like true damage with Dawning Star. So the first equipment is War Boots, the second is Fafnir's Talon, third Clave Sancti, fourth Slick Sting, fifth Dawning Star. So when you hit Dawning Star, you will start dealing devastating amounts of damage. But if you want to be more toxic, just build Fenrir's Tooth as the last item. GG. You will melt tanks in just 2 enhanced auto attacks. You saw what happened there, right? For my Thane and also for the Lumber here. How much damage we are dealing to him. The only thing that Yorn lacks is survivability. But if you are in a duo queue or trio queue or 4-man or 5-man, tell your teammates to form a wall around you. You are going to be the only damage dealer. Just make them think like that, and just tell them to stand on all 4 sides and protect you, because you alone can carry the game with all the damage. They just need to give vision and protect you, that's all. But still, for solo queue, without any proper opponents, I think Hayate is the better choice because he has better survivability. So I still stand there. When it comes to solo queue, Hayate is better. But even if it's solo queue and there is one good player who is trying to protect you as Yorn, if you're Yorn and someone tries to protect you, you will still be able to carry much better than you carry with Hayate. So yeah, that's going to be the analysis part. Let me make it clear once again, Yorn is the best marksman in the game right now. If you don't start playing him, you are wasting a lot of time. You could have gotten easy stars, but yeah, he also gets banned a lot, so good luck picking him. But anyways, and yeah, now coming to the counters of Yorn. So this is a must go topic because Yorn is the most broken marksman, so we definitely need counters for him. Brunilda is the best counter. Elsu is also a good counter. In marksman, these are the 2 counters because they can just outrange Yorn. Like Brunilda can use her ultimate and just 3-shot Yorn if Yorn is not careful. But that doesn't make Brunilda a better marksman than Yorn in any ways, because Yorn is the most broken. I think Brunilda is the second most broken marksman in the game right now. Yorn is slightly better because of his enhanced auto attack that instantly deals a lot of damage. The cancer part about Brunilda is her range with her ultimate, that's it. Her auto attacks are not that powerful, but Yorn just spams auto attacks with the enhanced auto attacks and destroys everyone. And also when it comes to assassins, I think Kriknak is a better counter to Yorn just because he is very good at farming. He will be able to easily outfarm Yorn, and when Kriknak jumps on Yorn, he just one-shots him anyways before Yorn can even push him with his second ability. So yeah, I think Kriknak is the best. You can try to end the game with Kriknak before Yorn reaches his power spike, so that is what you should do. Don't let it go to the late game, and after that it will be very hard for you to go near Yorn. But in the early game itself, if you want to quickly end the match against the Yorn, Kriknak is your go-to pick according to me. I guess if there are better picks in Assassins Warriors against Yorn, if you guys know something like that, please let me know in the comment section. It will be useful for me as well, and I might make a video on that also. Just a video on the counters for Yorn, because that is how broken he is right now. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you all found this video entertaining and helpful. It was fairly harder to make and it took a lot more time, so that is why the delay. But yeah, let me know if you would like to see more comparisons like this, and also make sure to subscribe and leave a like in the video so it gets recommended to more people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.